Okay, so let's do a quick story on amino acid structure. So we said right from the start, an amino acid has an amino group, carboxylic acid, and we could draw it spelled out, or we could draw it like this, hydrogen, and has an R group. So the R group is the variable. It's like the X in math. So depending on what that R group happens to be, that will give us different characteristics of that amino acid. So it's really important that you know these. So we're going to pull them together in one little quick PowerPoint for you to have that. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to look at what this R group is and what properties we get as a result of that, plus some kind of quick ways of remembering them. So you have to know the essential amino acids. So again, I'm using the terms essential and non-essential, and I know it's not current and not modern, but you may have to answer questions that are not current or not modern. In your nutrition class, Dr. Krabbe is going to use dispensable and indispensable. The proper current terminology, we together made the decision. I'll stick with essential, non-essential for now until we're pretty confident you won't see it. So I would know the essential amino acids, which are these. There's a little mnemonic for them. Private Tim Hall, abbreviate private, PVT, and that gives you the first letter of each of the amino acids, the essential amino acids. But be careful with that because, like every mnemonic, there might be more than one word that starts with the same letter. And of course, whoever's writing your questions probably learned the same material using the same mnemonic, so they know what mistake you could very likely make because they very likely made it. So we have non-essentials that start with A and start with T. So of course, those will be the ones you get asked. So a way to remember that is with the A's, arginine is my essential. So let's talk about Private Tim Hall. He's an argumentative guy. He always argues. So the arg for arginine. Arginine is essential or always essential, whichever way you want to say it to keep it straight. He also never tires. Be British. Spell tires, T-Y-R. That's for tyrosine. Meaning that tyrosine is not an essential amino acid. So just kind of a goofy way of helping you remember the A's and the T's, because the A's and the T's are very often the ones you'll get asked about. Then you also have to know the particular characteristics of the amino acids based on the R groups. So we have two ketogenic, meaning we can only make them from fats. They can only go to fat metabolism. So we have two ketogenic amino acids. Those are the two L's. So I would know they're your L's. We have amino acids that contain aromatic rings. So we have three of them. We have phenylalanine, aromatic ring, tyrosine, aromatic ring, tryptophan. I left the aromatic ring off that, I'm sorry. I was struggling to draw my little, there we go, it's connecting. Hard to line up the lines on this. So tryptophan has an aromatic ring as well. So our little thing for remembering this is PTT for the aromatics. And these three are really important for most of your neurotransmitters. Okay, next ones are sulfur containing. So, got our amino acid structure like we always do. Then we have a sulfur. So, this is our cysteine and our methionine. So we actually have cysteine, EINE, and cysteine, INE. two cysteines together, two INEs. I'm not saying that totally correctly, but I want to make the distinction between this and this. Two of these together make this. So anyway, our mnemonic, or a little way of remembering it, if you're Canadian, you know all about CCM, hockey gear, hockey skates, hockey gear, and everything. If you don't know about hockey gear, it's still a good way of remembering them. Common things that get asked here are things like, which of the following hormones contain disulfide bridges? Insulin, glucagon, things like that. Next one's branched chain amino acids. Sometimes that gets abbreviated BCAA. So, again, the main part of the amino acid is the same. It's the R group that differs. So, we got branches, we have branches, we have branches. So that makes them our branched chain amino acids. So what I would be thinking about here is a famous actress named Liv Tyler. She might be before your time, but that's okay. Liv is your L, your I, and your V. A problem with branched chain amino acids can lead to maple syrup urine disease, where your urine looks like maple syrup. Okay, the next one is acidic amino acids. So acidic amino acids are aspartate and glutamate. So a way of remembering these is egg. Last one's your basic amino acids. So again, the main part of the amino acid is an amino acid. It's the R group that differs on these. So kind of a cute way of remembering these are HAL. Okay, so we're going to talk about these and talk about their metabolism and everything here and there. But I put together this little short just for remembering which ones are which, not uncommon questions to get asked. So we're going to spend a little bit more time on the structure, but I just wanted you to have it all together in one place.